So before we get into actually writing the software, we need to talk a bit about what is a computer program. Um, and you kind of have to start with the computer itself. The computer, believe it or not, is extremely simple. And we're not going to get into the complexities of how it all works. But at the very base level, it's very, very simple. But there is an operating system that we have talked about in other videos that covers how to make the computer operate. It covers the display, it covers the keyboard, the mouse, how is everything going to interact. And so you have this operating system that sits and deals with all the low level hardware. And then inside of that operating system, you have programming languages that you can use to do different things. So I may write a computer program, for example, that allows a customer to send data, maybe send a credit card data from his computer at home or his computer at a dealership over to a computer that sits inside of a data center that holds all of the data. And so that program is it can be very complicated, but it's a very simplistic program in the sense that there's no graphical user interface or GUI. So because there's no GUI, I don't have to talk to the screen. I don't have to talk to, different elements of the operating system. I'm literally just collecting data at a textual level, like I hand wrote it on a note, and then electronically sending it off to the data center. And so you go from that type of a computer program to a computer program like Minecraft that actually has all kinds of building blocks and logic and graphics and rules and menus and all the other stuff that goes along with it. So a computer program at its core is it runs in an operating system. It could or may not have a GUI or a graphical user interface, and you're using it to solve a problem or to entertain. And so at its core level, that's all you're doing. And so one of the key concepts to being able to write a computer program is to have an idea. So you have to have some idea of something that you're going to actually try to solve so that you can logically walk through, how am I going to make the computer do this? To sit down in front of a computer program or a computer and start programming and learning how to program with no clear goal in mind, it makes it a really difficult thing to try to accomplish. So one of the things that we're going to be doing next is actually laying out the idea of a game that we're going to write, and we'll talk a little bit about hardware and how to choose the programming language and depending on what you're trying to accomplish with the program.